Good afternoon, everyone. This is another weekly MLOps demo, this week for this time for the week of October 22nd. And this week is a short one again. We are continue working with Jupyter notebooks, rich diffs, so better diffs for notebooks. We already have a MR prepared, and the work's mostly done. At this point, we're just figuring out some bureaucracy and how to include this into the code base itself. So a little bit of back and forth, but we also working a little bit on the improvement. So for example, before we were not including SVG's outputs like this one. For example, over here, there's an SVG somewhere, but this one is an SVG output. And now we include it, so you can see it over here as well. We do the same for LaTeX. So LaTeX was not being included before, and now it is. And you can see the difference between a regular diff on a notebook that you have over here and the one we are adding right now. So you can clearly see what is code, what is the output data, what is new code, and so on and so forth. So even though we're still a little bit now slow on the progress because we're reaching the point where it's beyond experimentation, it's more getting into the code base. It's a little bit slower, but it's moving steadily, and we hope that soon this will be merged in already. Meanwhile, what we are doing as a department now, the next steps, we're continuing on the exploration of how GitLab plays out in the MLOps space. And one of the main components of the MLOps architecture is the model registry. It's where we connect where models are versioned and where they are stored. They can be used to serve models as well, or at least as kind of like the database for serving the models. And we want to explore how GitLab CI/CD connects better with the different vendors we have out there. So we'll begin doing this with MLflow. So if you have any ideas, you can just come into this issue. We have worked already with some others, with another one, but we want to see how MLflow and GitLab work together. Just a reminder that this is not about feature development. This is more of an experiment. We intend to create a playbook where users can just select what are the components of their stack, and then we provide ready out-of-the-box YAML files where they can just change the variables and connect between the different components and GitLab itself for pipelines. But this is not about feature development at this point. It's just about understanding what are the different players on this area, what are each one's features, and how can we connect to each one of them, and so on and so forth. And that is actually it for this week. So up next, we are wrapping up the integrating the Jupyter diff into the code base, and we want to release this very soon. But meanwhile, we'll be working on connecting GitLab and MLflow. That's it for today. See you next week.